the most wicked person to follow is a lazy leader. Laziness is wickedness. Lack of vision is wickedness. To have destinies tied to you and you are not doing anything around it is wickedness. To know you will get married one day, whether to a fool or to a wise person, and you refuse to build yourself is wickedness. And I've said this again. Many of you didn't have the opportunity to hear this when I said it. That the reason why many Christians are convenient in being lazy is because they are not dating successful people. Period. If many people have, if you have dated or been in with somebody who is successful before, you will not pamper yourself. Okay, you don't have anywhere to fall back to. So don't choose the life that your children will like you because the Bible says so and hate to model after you. Okay, don't choose that life. That your children they will write the list of their role model and your name is missing. Because they like you because they have to. It is what we do in Africa. In fact, it is what the Bible encourages us. You love your parent. But they can also choose not to be like you. And procrastination does that. So there are things I want you to note in the course of this brief teaching today. Number one, every opportunity has an expiry date. Look at the concept of fertilization, all right? All right, different. I don't want to go into biology. Well, it takes one to penetrate and break through, and then that wall is sealed and impenetrable to the rest. What happens? They die. So every vision you are receiving, every instruction you are receiving, you must understand that you are not the only one receiving it. The agenda of God is too powerful. He will not hang it around somebody who is not consistent. There are many people also who are hearing what you're hearing. But the kairos moment, all right, to maximize that is to get in first and on time. As a matter of fact, that you do it doesn't mean the reward will come if it's not on time. Okay? Every opportunity has an expiry date. You must understand that. Number two, no season lasts forever. You will not be young forever. Gen Z, all right? You will not be this fresh forever. You will not always have this time. Okay? You will not always be called a single. You will not always have the opportunity to be called under 30 CEO. You will not always have the opportunity to say young and making it. Because if you are saying that at 50, they will pull you out of the room. So, no season lasts forever. Once you understand the nature of time in its ability to keep counting, whether you maximize it or not, you'll understand that it is your life that is counting now. And it might be wasting away. Get that right. All right? Now, number three, you will not always have your same opportunity to do what you have to do. That is, you may have the time to do it, but now the resistance might be more. You will not always have the same opportunity to do what you have to do. You will not always have the same opportunity. All right? As you are planning life is planning you. Something is going to happen. Naira is falling. There will be economic situation. Governmental policies. Things are changing. Sometimes maybe you are a business person. There are properties you have to buy when dollar is around this rate and you fail to buy it, and now you have to buy for double the price, sometimes triple the price. There are things you want to develop because this rate is around this. You can maximize it, and when the currency changes, you can sell at that rate. Even those who are in the business world understand the power. It's called the time value of money. You will not always have the time. All right? Get that straight. Number four, you should understand that each time you procrastinate, you push your manifestation forward. Each time you procrastinate, you push your manifestation forward. Each time you procrastinate, you push your manifestation forward. You are saying that manifestation is not today. Let's try some other time. All right? Let me list out some of the reasons why people procrastinate, so you can learn from that. All right, let me list out some of the reasons why people procrastinate. Number one, lack of motivation. People procrastinate because they lack motivation. Some people actually, they are waiting for external motivation. They are waiting for external encouragement. I've said this. Anybody in Light Nation knows this statement. Anybody among those I am mentoring knows this statement. In case you are hearing it for the first time, if it shocks you, wear your shock absorber. Nobody is coming to help you. Listen, you either get it done, or permit me to use a very big word. Permit me. I have to tell you as it is so you can understand. You either rise or perish. There's no simpler. I wish there's a better way to, like, you either rise or there's no, I can't deceive you. See, you either rise or perish. You either manifest or die unknown. Not reckoned to anything, not associated to any accomplishment, didn't impact the world. Nobody is honored for survival. Honor comes when you contribute. You must understand that. So sometimes people say that I need somebody to motivate me. See, until you become self-motivated, you are not qualified to be a leader. Motivate yourself. David encouraged himself in the Lord. So encourage yourself. Wake yourself up. Okay? And get up to do what you have to do. If you have health challenges that requires exercise and changing your diet, motivate yourself. It's more expensive now to be tied down in the hospital. And now that we're in the era of different pandemics and all that, you don't want anything that will lock you down there so that another thing will meet you there and they abandon you. Motivate yourself, sir. Okay? This one that you always see, the kind of life that you want to live, that when you meet people, you want to tell them things that will make them pity you. See, nobody wants to exchange value for pity. The stories that are making sense now, that when you tell people, they say, yeah, will soon no longer make sense, because soon they'll begin to ask you that at your age, you ought to have overcome what your parents did and done something better with your life. Motivate yourself. Okay? Motivate yourself. So, you say, I don't have motivation. Go and, let me give you a big motivation. Go and get the picture of 5 people you know that died young. Paste it on front of your bed. Get the picture of 5 people you know that died young. Paste it on top of your bed. You say, what will that do? It is reminding you that it can be you if you don't do what you ought to do now. You don't have forever to live. Motivate yourself. Number 2. Are you still with me? Reason why people procrastinate. Comparison. Somebody is saying, why should I be struggling to do what? Why should I be stressing myself? Look at that one. That one is not stressing himself. That one is not. They begin to compare themselves with themselves. And the Bible says they become fools. Comparison. They are comparing their season with another person's season. All right? Number 3, which I've spoken about, lack of understanding of times and seasons. They don't understand how time and season work. I love what Ecclesiastes said. He said the battle is not to the strong. The race is not to the swift. The food is not to the wise. All right? He said it is time and chance. Time and chance. When it is your time, the ability to take it, time and chance, that happens to everyone. Do that masters when you should. Write that book when you should. Invest in that business. Well, you see, particularly around, maybe I'm going to talk about finance some of these days. Because even around subject of finance. Okay, every investment opportunity you had in 2024 that you failed to invest in, where is the money? You were reading quote that if the money you have cannot solve the problem you have, eat the money. You have eaten the money. You've eaten the money. You were eating the money at the same pace with people who have investment. At the same pace. What they were ordering, you were ordering times 2. I say, shove them around. At the same pace. You had the money. You had an opportunity to key into a vision. You said, I'll do it later. Now you can't even account for it. You can't even account for it. There's no savings. Hey, don't cut that in. Don't cut it. You are not going anywhere. We are here. we are here together. Don't cut it. Don't cut it. I will play low now. But you've eaten the money. No money now. No investment. No savings. One of the things I learned about project is that once you put money inside, it's gone inside. And once you start, you must finish. Learn to start first. Start afraid. You don't need all your questions in this world to be answered. Do it afraid.